Yesterday, I spoke with Vice President JD Vance. He reported to me in detail, as members of this administration do every day, on the development of the negotiations. In this case, the explosion of the negotiations. The breakdown came from the American side. If we had not taken our fate into our own hands in an independent state of Israel, with the Israel Defense Forces and our security services, then Isfahan, Natanz, Fordow and Bushehr would be remembered like Auschwitz, Majdanek and Sobibor. That is exactly the whole difference. Good morning. Yesterday I was somewhere in Lebanon, in the security zone, with our forces, with our wonderful reservists, with our courageous commanders. They are doing an amazing job there, in the spirit of our forefathers, with great determination and with major successes that, of course, must be recognized. The first thing is that they are pushing the enemy away from the border, and we are not talking about 5 points, we are now talking about a solid security belt, deeper, which both prevents the danger of an invasion and pushes back the threat of anti-tank missiles. They are also dealing with the terror villages that were adjacent to our border, where every terror position and many of them are simply being destroyed. You have to see it. It is a huge change, and you also have to see their spirit. We still have a threat from Hamas, and that too is being dealt with. There are important new things there and more work to be done. I was very impressed by the willingness, by the understanding that we must restore security to the north and ensure that the residents of the north, who deserve the same level of security as every citizen of Israel, will receive it, and we will not rest until we restore their security. Of course, the fighting continues. It has not stopped. It is ongoing all the time. Yesterday it intensified, and today as well, in the north. That is regarding Lebanon. Yesterday I spoke with Vice President JD Vance. He called me from his plane on the way back from Islamabad. He reported to me in detail, as members of this administration do every day, on the development of the negotiations. In this case, the explosion of the negotiations. The breakdown came from the American side, which was not prepared to tolerate Iran's blatant violation of the agreement to enter negotiations. Essentially, the understanding was that there would be a ceasefire and Iran would immediately open the straits. They did not do this. The Americans were not prepared to accept that. He also made it clear to me that the central issue on the agenda, from the perspective of President Trump and the United States, is the removal of all enriched material and ensuring that there is no more enrichment, and that going forward, in the coming years, and this could be for decades, there will be no enrichment inside Iran. This is their focus, and of course it is something that is important to us. And since Iran violated the rules, President Trump decided to impose a blockade on them. That is not a Hebrew word, a naval siege. We, of course, support this firm position, and we are coordinated with the United States all the time. The talk as if there is a disconnect between us is the opposite of the truth. Everyone who was around this conversation and around the daily conversations we hold with the President, or that our people hold with his staff, can testify to this. This is coordination that has not existed before. There is something here that has never been. It has not existed in the history of the state, and it has not existed in the history of the Jewish people. We have coordination with the most powerful superpower in the world, and we have a superior capability against existential threats. Yesterday, I met with Holocaust survivors, those who will light the torches today. I was moved to hear their stories. It is sublime heroism and survival beyond all odds. I needed to hear this today. But I told them that there is one huge difference. During the Holocaust we were, as the poet U.S V. Greenberg said, like a hunted animal. We could not do anything. They hunted us, they slaughtered us, and only a few survived. Today, the situation has been reversed. We are the ones who hunt our persecutors. Those who came to destroy us are now fighting for their own survival. The power of the State of Israel, only 80 years after the Holocaust, is visible to the entire world. Even if the world has forgotten the lessons of the Holocaust, we have not forgotten. We know that one must stand up to evil in time and with force. We are doing this in a way that, apart from the United States, no other country in the world is doing. The State of Israel is at the peak of its strength. The most important thing, on the eve of Holocaust Remembrance Day, is to say the following: if we had not acted, if we had not taken our fate into our own hands in an independent State of Israel, with the Israel Defense Forces and our security services, then Isfahan, Natanz, Fordau and Bushehr would be remembered like Auschwitz, Majdanek and Sobibor. That is exactly the whole difference. They come to destroy us, and we rise against them. In every generation they rise up. In this generation we have risen against them. This is an enormous change that every citizen of Israel should bless. It ensures the main thing: never again. Every year I stand at Yad Vashem and I say, there will not be another Holocaust. Today these words are backed by the mighty actions of the Israel Defense Forces, by the steadfast stand of Israel's citizens and by the very strong determination of the government of Israel. Thank you.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the U.S. topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.